Welcome to the Hotel Club podcast with my co host, Chef Adam Malley. Today, we are going through 68 get to know you questions that are going to be a whole new part of our show. So, I hope you enjoy today's episode. For all our new listeners out there and our listeners that have been supporting us and going with us on this journey, I hope you enjoy this get to know you session with Chef and myself. Enjoy. Cheers. Hi, Chef. How are you doing?
Good, thanks.
We're starting a new thing and we're really excited to roll out these fun questions to get to know our guests more. And it's been inspired by the fun thing that Vogue does when they do their interviews and it's 73 questions, but we're kind of deciding how many we want to go with. Right now we're working with 68 because it's like a powerful number, but we might go to 64. So stay tuned for that. For now, we're going to roll out with these questions at random. Raf, are you ready?
Yeah, when we get more powerful than Vogue, maybe we could do 74 questions.
That would be awesome. All right.
Yeah, I'm excited. No one's asked me 68 questions in a row ever. This is a first for me.
How many minutes do you think it'll take for you to finish this?
We're about to find out.
Should we set a timer?
Sure.
I'm just kidding. I'm not going to set a timer. We have a lot of new listeners, so that's what's inspiring us to share a lot about ourselves and really just start this fun new thing that has been kind of sitting in my brain for a little bit. So thank you for being on board with this show.
I'm
All right.
excited. This sounds fun.
Ready? Here we go. Number one, how are you feeling today?
Terrified.
What was the first thing you thought of when you woke up?
Plan my day.
Okay, what is your favorite breakfast?
Scrambled eggs, soft scrambled eggs with one piece of toast. That's it. A
What
little
kind of
chive. It's embarrassing. You know Dave's bread?
I love Dave's bread. It's
Yeah,
so
it's
good.
Dave's bread.
I eat too. Delicious.
That's what I love to eat. And
That's
coffee.
great. Okay.
Has to have coffee or
This isn't a part of the questions, but how do you take your coffee?
black. No sugar.
No sugar.
Yeah.
Black.
I like
Okay.
coffee. I enjoy I love the taste of it. Anyway, sorry.
No, it's all good. I actually really enjoy coffee too, but lately, because the weather's been so hot in LA, I'm not drinking coffee at all because it's just too hot. Not even an iced coffee.
My
That's
husband drinks iced coffee every morning.
um,
And I can't drink it. I don't know why. I like black hot coffee.
I think that means you're like a devoted coffee person. I don't know. So, there's a friend of mine that's obsessed with coffee, and she does that too. That's good to know. Now we know how you take your coffee. Are you a morning or night person?
Yes.
Which one?
Both, which leads to a lot of problems.
Like, so you don't, you don't sleep.
But if I
All
had
right.
to get pegged into one of them, it would be morning.
Okay. Morning person. Where were you born?
New York City,
What city do you call home?
Petaluma, California.
Amazing. What is something you're excited about right now?
Answering these questions.
You're hilarious. What dish do you look for on an in-room dining menu?
That's a tough one. I would say a roast chicken.
Really?
It's so simple, but it's so easy to mess up. And if it's good, that means that the crew in the hotel or the restaurant, well, the hotel is really good. So
Amazing.
I always look for that one. It's also really simple and really comforting.
It's true. Because it can go wrong. It can be like a dry chicken, and that would be the worst.
Yeah, it can go off the rails quite easily.
Very simple to mess up, but very delicious and satisfying. Good to know. Favorite place you've traveled to?
Oof,
We
France,
might.
not Texas.
Good. I'm glad you said because
Just
some might.
I wanted to clarify.
And people don't know this, but you speak French. Some people already know this. You speak French very well.
Just maybe I
Yeah.
I I pretend.
All right. And how many countries have you been to?
Off the top of my head, one, two, three, a handful, maybe around maybe around 7 or 8, I guess.
Right? This isn't a question that everybody knows the answer to, but
Do layovers count?
I mean, kind of. Technically, you landed.
Okay, then 8.
Okay. All right.
Not
Hey,
enough.
oh, I already answered this part. Do you speak any languages?
French, and I speak broken kitchen Spanish.
Okay, amazing.
I actually plan on brushing up on my Spanish this year.
Amazing. It's gonna be, are you using like an app or something? Or gonna have a tutor?
I'm gonna probably combine the two of them. I just
Okay.
I just started a job, which is great, and the company is wonderful, and they give tuition reimbursement, and they were like, if you want to take a Spanish class, we'll give you a certain amount for that, and I'm like, I'm gonna do it
Sounds incredible. Then yes, absolutely do it. Are you a sweet or savory person?
again. Yes,
For-
I I want to be a savory person, but I have this horrible affliction, which is a sweet tooth, and so I avoid it.
You are sweet and savory at this point.
Yeah, one's like a fiend,
Oh,
so I prefer to view myself through the lens of a savory person.
okay. And then what's your spicy food level from 1 to 10? 10 being the
Negative,
highest.
-8.
None.
No, I it's interesting. I like spicy food when it's not just for the purpose of being spicy and blowing your head off. I would say I know I'm a wimp. I'm probably no more than a 5.
Okay.
When I was in Bangkok, though, and that
Hmm.
counts as a country, I had some of the hottest peppers, the chilies I've ever had in my life. But the way they cooked with them, I was able to tolerate it, and I don't understand how that worked because I should have been hospitalized. But they were so good, and the flavor was amazing, and it was done with purpose. It's not just here's hot sauce and let's see what you can handle on the Scoville scale, but generally, especially in the U.S., I'm not very good with spice.
It's
You hear
easy
about
to,
it for days and days and days.
yeah. I mean, in Thailand, it's totally different. The spice there is so delicious. It just, like you said it really well, it just goes with the food so perfectly, right?
Yep,
It's
yep.
just very well balanced. I agree with you on that. Where is the best meal you've ever had? What was it? And why was it?
The best meal I ever had, and that is such a hard question again, was at a restaurant in Montreal called Joe Beef.
So beef.
And and I think it was the best restaurant I ever had because the service was perfect. It was friendly, warm, it was casual, but it wasn't casual but professional. And the restaurant was done just really perfectly. The food was amazing, but I was with my wife and 2 daughters, and that also added to the experience. But if this isn't a question on our list, but if I had to eat in one restaurant for the rest of my life, it would be that one.
That's a good question. We should probably add that somewhere.
All right.
But what was it that you ate there?
I remember the oysters were unreal.
Yeah.
They were so good. And then there was a dish called it was basically a foie gras, not a torchon or terrine. It was almost like a layer cake.
Really?
Yeah, it was like slices of brioche, foie gras, and I think a raspberry confiture,
Wow.
and layered, and it looked like a birthday cake.
Sounds amazing.
But it was that was really special. And then we had a duck dish, which my daughter to this day was striving to recreate. It was duck with
Really?
cherries, but it was all Canadian ingredients, and it all came very close by from Montreal, from the city, and it
Mm,
was really really good.
wow.
I
Well,
recommend it.
you need to go to that restaurant then. It was called Joe's? Big
Joe
Joe's?
Beef.
Joe Beef.
Joe Beef.
Beef. Okay. Got it. Gotta put that on the list. All right. What's the first thing you do when you check into a hotel?
First thing I do is I'm embarrassed to say, and it's not perverted. It's plug in my chargers, go right to the outlet.
Stay connected, huh?
Yeah.
Make sure everything has enough battery.
Yes, I am ashamed.
That's okay. Some people need that, you know? Do you unpack your luggage or live out of it when you travel?
I live in my luggage. I don't even open it. I just snuggle right in there. I don't even need a bed.
What's your must-have skincare product when you travel?
I'm not qualified to answer this question.
We're gonna have to get you something. It's okay.
Whatever,
More to come.
whatever still.
Do you have a wellness ritual that you practice that you can share with us?
Yes, I stretch and I take a walk or modified run every morning, super early. Clear my head.
That's awesome. And do you have a mantra?
I do, but I don't know what it is. So I'll have to help. You'll have to help me with that one later.
What inspires you most in life?
Get my kids through college.
Amazing. What is the best advice you've received and who gave it to you?
Not necessarily the best advice, but one of the most it the coolest questions anyone's ever asked me, which I guess could be a form of advice. And this is again going back to general manager Cliff Atkinson at Mandarin
Mhm.
Oriental. He would ask me, "What keeps you up at night?"
That's a great question.
And I'd never been asked that question before, and he meant it, and it was just a great question, and then I unloaded on him, and
Yeah,
we felt like I shouldn't have asked him that. Great question.
but it sticks with you.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's a good question to ask. Definitely ask yourself. So I would say yes, it's like advice. Who took a chance on you? And well, who took a chance on you when you needed it most?
That would be my wife.
Who gave you the most profound opportunity in your career?
I think that would be Cliff as well.
Amazing. What is the most important core value that guides you?
Try to bring out the best in people and have them be better than even me.
Amazing. What is the first thing you order for the table?
A gin and tonic. I mean, it technically goes on the table. So
This is true. What is your favorite book?
wow, I'm reading a few of them right now. I actually read a book recently by Simon Sinek called Leaders Eat Last. And I
That's a
really,
cool
really
book.
liked it.
Yeah.
So for now, we'll just go with that one.
Okay. Love it. Favorite movie that you can watch over and over?
The Big Lebowski.
Cats or dogs?
Both, but in a pinch, it would have to be dogs. Sorry,
Okay.
cats.
What is your superpower?
I'm able to teach.
What has been your greatest success in life so far?
Having my kids. I didn't have them, but I participated in that endeavor and having the privilege of watching them.
Amazing. How many mentors do you have?
I have quite a few, but I would say the two biggest ones in my life would be Cliff and then Cliff Atkinson, and then another one who was my chef when I moved out to San Francisco, and his name is Mark Franz. And I can say that he pretty much taught me how to cook technically, but also with meaning and feeling and purpose. So
Great. What do you want your legacy to be?
basically, that I made people's lives better who I came in contact with.
Beautiful legacy. What brings you joy?
Gin and tonic.
What was the last time someone hugged you?
Actually, this morning,
Okay. What was your first job?
this is not, it's a little embarrassing. I was a flower delivery boy. That was my first job.
That's kind of cool, though.
It was amazing. I think I made more money doing that than I do now.
Oh my
15.
gosh. What is something you've learned about yourself in the last year?
Wow. I think I've learned to stand up for myself a bit more.
Amazing. What is your favorite libation? I think we know.
That would be see question number 33. And
Name 3 places you would like to travel to.
Ooh, okay. I've been to Japan, but I would like to go back.
If you could invite 3 people to dine with you, dead or alive, who would they be? Where would you be? And what's for dinner?
Okay, this is really hard. But three, okay, Michelle Obama,
Yeah,
Barack Obama. I mean, because, why not?
yeah, they're a cool pair.
And I guess my wife would make it a foursome, and then we could go to Joe Beef in Montreal.
I love it. Look
There
at
you go.
that. A double date with the
Yeah,
Obamas. Perfect.
that would be cool.
What is your favorite hotel to stay at?
It doesn't exist anymore. Mandarin Oriental, San Francisco.
Are you a turn down person?
Although, by the way, I stayed in a hotel in Denver a couple of weeks ago called the Crawford in Union Station, and it was amazing. And yeah, I can't wait to go back.
Okay, that's cool. Something I look forward to, the Crawford in Denver. Oh, got it. Turn down or no turn down?
No turn down.
What is the most exotic thing you've ever eaten?
Um, in Bangkok, it was a dish, and it was delicious. And when I swallowed it, I was informed that it was squid guts.
Gosh.
Yeah,
I'm like, what?
yeah. I haven't had it since. I know you're surprised, but it was amazing.
Wow. I mean, I've never heard of that, but
Had I
wow.
known what it was, I probably would never have tasted it.
Sometimes it's better that way, for sure. What was the most unexpected experience you've ever had at a restaurant or hotel?
I have to say, at Joe Beef, we weren't expecting much. The restaurant looked very much like thrown together. A lot of tchotchkes, wallpaper looked like something you'd see in your grandmother's house, and it was the best experience I think I've ever had in a restaurant. So
Wow.
there, take that.
Everyone's going to rush to Joe Beef now. What's your favorite spa treatment?
But my kids got their nails done. I guess that would have to be it because you know why.
Yeah, I know why. We do got to get you into a spa treatment, though, for sure. Where would you travel to again and again?
France, I would say France.
Okay.
That was a hard one as well.
Yeah. If you were told you can only eat one thing on a menu forever, what would it be?
Scrambled eggs and toast.
Okay. Simple. Who is your favorite person to travel with?
I haven't met them yet.
Okay. Best amenity you've ever received.
Um, I was at Mandarin Oriental, Las Vegas, and it was my niece's birthday. And the chef there, who I believe you know too, David Worley, when he was
Mhm.
there at the time, created this elaborate chocolate display with all sorts of macarons and every
Wow.
bonbon and piece of chocolate and even a chocolate sculpture. It was insane. It was so cool. I'll never forget it.
That's amazing. That sounds incredible. I'm sure you probably have a picture somewhere, right?
I think I do.
Okay. What's your favorite cookie?
Jacques Torres. It's a Jacques Torres recipe, but it's just a chocolate chip cookie.
Okay. What is your favorite leisure activity? Name a product you can't live without.
Hendrix gin.
What's your guilty pleasure?
I'll just surprise you on that one. Pop tarts,
Pop Tarts.
strawberry.
Love it. Who is your biggest champion in life?
I think my wife.
Yeah, amazing. And what's your go to song on a hard day?
There's a Rolling Stones song that was on Black and Blue called Melody. It'd be that
Mhm.
one.
Very cool. Did I tell you I saw them recently?
No,
Yeah, a couple weeks ago. They were in LA, went and saw them.
nice.
Amazing. Amazing.
I'm amazed that they're standing.
Man, they were incredible to see for sure. What is a pet peeve of yours?
I would say being dirty in the kitchen.
It doesn't sound like a go to.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. What's in your travel kit?
Um, I shave a razor.
Anything else?
If I don't have the razor, I do get freaked out. Like, oh my god. And my toothbrush.
Okay. Are you a planner or go with the flow kind of person when you travel? What's the most important lesson you've learned in your career?
Kind to others.
What do you spend the most money on when you travel?
Stupid t-shirts.
Love it. What advice can you give the next generation of people in hospitality?
Stand up for yourselves, be professional, and appreciate the art of being service, making other people's lives better.
Amazing. Optimist or pessimist?
I'm optimistic someday I won't be a pessimist.
What is your biggest fear?
That I'll fail and then not learn anything from it. That's happened sometimes.
Yeah. What has been your proudest moment?
There's been a few. I have two daughters, so I have to say I have two proudest moments
Yes.
when
Love it.
when they were born. Otherwise, you know what happens.
Yeah. What is something that people don't know about you?
I have no tattoos.
You don't? Not
No,
one?
not a one.
Wow. A lot
Yeah,
of chefs do. That's crazy.
I know.
Okay.
My kids are trying to get me to get one. Like,
Really?
yeah, no,
That would kind of be cute if you all got one together. That would be adorable.
it would, but it's not going to happen.
What's your sign, chef? What's your
Um,
astrological sign?
Cancer.
Cancer. Why did you get into this business?
I am so stupid. Why I got into this business because I totaled my father's car when I was a teenager, and then I fell in love with it.
There you go. And last question. What are you most grateful for?
My family.
Amazing. 68 questions. Now we know so much more about you.
Amazing.
I love it. Right? That is so cool.
Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
Yes.
Let me see. All right. How are you feeling today?
Awesome.
Amazing. What was the first thing you thought of when you woke up?
It's hot. That's what I thought. I woke up and I was like, it is hot today. Feel it. The LA sun.
Yeah, it was nice up here. It wasn't hot this morning. It's hot now. What is your favorite breakfast?
Mine is actually really simple. It's wheat toast with scrambled eggs and either bacon or sausage with
That,
a cup of tea or sometimes coffee.
that sounds pretty good.
Very simple.
Morning or night person?
I'm a night person, 100%.
Wow. Okay.
Mm.
Where were you born?
Glen, California.
I knew that. What city do you call home?
I call LA home, but San Francisco has my heart always.
Amazing. What is something you're excited about right now?
I'm just excited about the next 3 months of this year and just accomplishing more in this year before it ends. That's what I'm most excited about.
Okay. I hope I'm looking forward to being right there with you.
Absolutely.
What dish do you look for on an in-room dining menu?
So this is a question I love this question because whenever I do go into the hotel, I go straight to the in-room dining menu just to see what there is. And I love ordering grilled cheese sandwiches, but they're not always on there.
And they're not always good.
No, they're not. And sometimes it's on the kids section and I always feel weird about asking if I can have the grilled cheese sandwich because I'm an adult. But I love a good grilled cheese sandwich with tomato soup.
I mean, who doesn't?
Right? It's so delicious. So that's my go-to.
All right, this one's going to be hard for you. Favorite place you've traveled to?
This is really hard for me because I've traveled so much. But off the top of my mind, I have to say, I think it's got to be Greece right now.
Wow.
Yeah, I love Greece. I love it so much.
Amazing. I'm looking forward to going there someday.
You're going to be obsessed. It's so wonderful.
And then speaking of that, how many countries have you been to?
But I think I counted last was like 25, something like that.
I've got catching up to do.
Yeah.
Do you speak any languages?
Yes, I speak
Uh,
Thai, and I speak Lao and English.
Wow.
I'm trying to learn Spanish right now. It's really bad, but I speak Spanish really well when I drink tequila.
So you think, but hey, talk me crap. Uh, sweet or savory?
Savory. I'm definitely savory.
What's your spicy food level from 1 to 10? My
It's like
money's
20.
on 9.
No, it's like 25. I love spice. Bring the heat. It's never hot enough. If
Awesome.
I order food, I always put in the notes, please bring extra spicy to this meal.
What was the best meal you've ever had, and what was it, and why was it the best?
This is such a hard question for me because I feel like I just drew a complete blank when you asked this question, but it's going to take me here. So, a couple years ago, I went to Barcelona, and when I was in Barcelona, I had gone to this castle in the hills with our friend Janella. She literally said, "When you get out of the airport, we're going to have a car waiting for you, and get in the car. It's going to take you to where we are." In this castle, they serve those gigantic scallions that they roast. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I
It's
think
it's
so.
okay. Well, Anthony Bourdain went there on his amazing show, and this place was on my bucket list of places to eat at, and that's where I went to go and eat these grilled scallions that you can only eat them when they're in season. So I had those grilled scallions with this amazing wine that was poured into my mouth from like I don't know how many feet away. It was crazy. And the food was delicious, absolutely delicious. And then the company was amazing. The service was incredible. It was unforgettable. And that's the first one that popped into my brain right now. Those gorgeous scallions in the hills of Barcelona.
Wow. I mean that qualifies.
Yeah.
What is the first thing you do when you check into a hotel?
So the first thing I do is I take off my shoes and look for the slippers. And I put the slippers on. No, I love it.
I just went through an opening and I had a very hard time finding slippers. Do you unpack your luggage or live out of it when you're at a hotel?
Well, after I put my slippers on, I unpack my whole suitcase into the closet. I put everything in there, hang it all up. I call for extra hangers. Yeah, I live out of the whole closet and put my suitcase away.
What's your must-have skincare product that you travel with?
So I always have to have a moisturizer, no matter what, wherever I'm at. And typically, like, it depends on where I'm going. Whatever the climate's going to be, I'll pick the moisturizer that is suitable for that climate. And I have
Wow.
several of them. My favorite though is like I can't. They're like having. It's hard to have favorites when it comes to skincare. But I love them all. So moisturizer.
It's like children.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you share a wellness ritual that you practice?
Yes. One of the things that I love to do is to turn on. I have this app for meditation, and when I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed or just need to like rebalance, I turn on this meditation app and meditate for like 5 to 10 minutes. It's really lovely.
Do you have a mantra?
Yes. Live life with no regrets.
See, I wish I'd said that.
Yeah. We can share it. How about that?
Thank you.
I also have another one that I have actually tattooed on my arm. It's happiness depends upon ourselves. It's by Aristotle. Love that.
That's great too.
Yeah.
What inspires you most in life?
Being alive, I think it's just something that as I'm getting older, I'm realizing that we're not all lucky to have days to wake up to because some people have passed on. And no matter what your age is, I feel like just being alive is such a gift. And that's what inspires me is to be grateful to wake up every morning.
What is the best advice you've received and who gave it to you?
So when I was younger, I worked for this man. He gave me some incredible advice as a leader. I asked him, I was like, how do you get everybody to follow your lead, right? And he said, the most important thing you do is to make people feel Like they trust you and they want to be around you and they do everything without you even asking. It's allowing them to choose to follow you. And that was by a man named Dave Churchill. So wherever he's at, I hope he's doing well. And I still keep that advice.
Me too. It's great advice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Took a chance on you when you needed it most.
Um, I think in my life, the biggest chances that the biggest chance I had was Cliff when he allowed me to join the Mandarin Oriental way back when. That shifted my career and put me in such a beautiful space to really come into my own. And that was a huge one. So thank you, Cliff, wherever you are.
He's in Vegas right
He's in Vegas.
now. Who gave you the most profound opportunity in your career?
You know, I would say Cliff again, but he put me in that position that then led me to work with Ed Mady. And when I got a phone call from Ed, that was huge. And it was one of the biggest shifts again in my career. It was a pivotal moment and the most profound. And that led me to so many incredible things and so many new opportunities in LA and Beverly Hills. At the
What,
Beverly Hills Hotel.
which was cool. I'm glad you were there.
Yeah.
We were neighbors.
We were neighbors.
What is the most important core value that guides you?
Kindness. Kindness is so important to me. I think it's the most important thing to carry with you and to give to others. And also to learn how to receive kindness. That's something I'm not very good at, and I have to be better at that. Yeah, kindness.
Speaking of kindness, what's the first thing you order for the table?
I it depends where I'm at, of course, but one of the things I must have if it's on the menu, truffle fries. I love truffle fries
Um,
or
what is,
oysters.
yeah, it would be oysters for me. What is your favorite book?
Favorite book, have a lot of books that I love, but the book that I keep returning to is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. It's such a beautiful book, and I gift that to a lot of people as well. It's just a very profound and just a beautiful book.
Favorite movie that you can watch over and over?
This has changed so much recently. I love so many movies, but I think I still go back to old school movies like Dirty Dancing. I love that movie. It's just a happy movie. For some reason, it's frozen in time, and I go back to that a lot.
Cats or dogs? I know this one.
I love dogs. I have a bunch of dogs. I love cats too, but dogs are my thing.
Yeah, I get it. I know this one too. What's your superpower?
Kindness and compassion. I think those are huge for me as I try to be as kind and compassionate for other people. It can sometimes get me in trouble, but it's worth it.
What has been your greatest success in life so far?
I took a chance on myself last year and left the corporate world of hotels and started my own company, the Hotel Club. And now, having this amazing show with you, the Hotel Club podcast, has been one of the most incredible things that has happened.
It's been awesome. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you.
How many mentors do you have?
I have about somewhere between 4 and 5 people that I call frequently and talk to about things. And I love that. I'll just say five. Yeah, 5 people. It's good to have people in different areas of my life that give me wisdom and allow me to talk with them. And they're just a beautiful soundboard for me too.
What do you want your legacy to be?
Legacy, it would be beautiful to be known as somebody that loved everyone and was kind to everyone and made everyone else's life a little bit more joyful.
Speaking of that, what brings you joy?
People in my life, the people that I have in my circle, I feel like I'm so fortunate that I have an amazing tribe, an amazing community of people that I get to know and spend time with. And when I get to see them, it's just a huge gift. Makes me so happy.
When was the last time someone hugged you?
I think it was 2 days ago.
You, you haven't been hanging out with anyone, that's why. Well,
Yeah, exactly. Does it count if I hug my dogs? It's the same thing. In that case, that was just like a few hours ago.
what was your first job?
My first job, okay, this is weird because it was a job that I found in a newspaper under classifieds. And I've never told anybody this before, but it
I'm
was,
on. I'm honored.
it was a job selling knives. I only made it to the day where you go in there, you apply in person, they hire you, and then they're going through the training. And then at lunch, I didn't go back. I was think I'm not selling knives. There's no way. That qualifies as my first job because I did get a paycheck for selling
An, a similar story, but let's save that for another time.
them. Okay.
What's your favorite day of the week?
Sunday. Sunday's my favorite day of the week.
What's something you learned about yourself in the last year?
That I'm freaking strong and that I can do anything that I put my mind and my heart to. And that has been an incredible lesson.
What's your favorite libation?
I love a dirty martini, extra dirty, 3 olives. So good.
Nice. Let's hear it for that. Dirty martini.
Yeah.
Name 3 places you'd like to travel to.
I would love to go to Japan. I would love to go to Cambodia. And I would love to go to Laos.
Nice. If you could invite 3 people to dine with, dead or alive, who would they be? Where would you be? And what would you have for dinner?
3 people, I would invite my grandparents because I didn't get to spend enough time with them when I was younger. I wish I had more time. So, my grandfather, my grandmother, and the other person would be Elvis Presley. I love Elvis. I love Elvis Presley. My grandmother got me into Elvis Presley, so I feel like that would be a fun dinner party. And I feel like we should be at Elvis's house for dinner. That's where we should be. And
Uh,
having dinner.
Graceland.
Graceland. We should be at Graceland, all 4 of us. And we should have whatever Elvis's favorite meal was.
Peanut butter banana
Yeah.
sandwiches
There.
with bacon.
That's it. Right there.
What's your favorite hotel to stay at?
So recently I've been traveling a lot and I had a really lovely experience in Dallas. When I was there, I stayed at the Le Meridian, the Stonehouse property, and it was really a great room. I had such a nice experience with the team that was there, and I am looking forward to actually going back to Dallas and staying in that hotel again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Turn down or no turn down?
Turn down, please. I love turn down.
See, I can't, I just always, I don't want to bother anyone. But anyway, what is the most exotic thing you've ever eaten?
Okay, so I'm part Asian, part Thai. So when I was growing up, I've eaten a lot of really unique and odd things, but there is this one thing that they would get whenever they would go to the farms, and it was the bile of a cow, and they would turn that into this gel that you basically eat with some rice and bitter, but it tastes so good with grilled meat. So cow's bile sounds
Okay.
wild, right?
I thought squid guts were weird.
Yeah.
What is the most unexpected experience you've ever had at a restaurant or
I would say it was I was at the one hotel in Miami recently, and I had such a nice experience with the valet of all things, right? I was very impressed because when I drove up in valet, they were so nice and so welcoming. They were just it was like we knew each other. They made me feel so special. and welcomed. I wasn't staying at the hotel. I was there to receive a spa treatment at their spa, Bamford Spa. Hello, Alina, out there, the spa director. And they just were so cool. And they have technology that is fantastic because they just text you your ticket and you're good to go. And I loved it. So that's the most unexpected experience I've had at a hotel is the valet. It was awesome. Yeah.
Um, what is your favorite spa treatment? This is going to be hard for you.
This is hard because I love everything on the spa menu. So I will say, of all the things that don't exist in a lot of menus, I'll say the one thing that's super rare to find, which is a four-hand massage, where you have two therapists working on you at the same time, and their hands are like dancing on your body. And Mandarin Oriental had this on the menu many moons ago, and it was amazing. So if I could experience that again, I would love to have that.
Where would you travel to again and again?
Again and again, Greece. Absolutely. Greece is just phenomenal. And Italy, but I'm going to say Greece because you can get on a quad and ride around.
If you were told you could only eat one thing on a menu forever, what would it be?
It would have to be somtam or papaya salad, Thai
Uh,
papaya salad. I'll eat that forever.
Favorite person to travel with?
My favorite person to travel with is Janella. She's the one I get to see the whole world with, and I love traveling with her. We have so much fun.
Best amenity you've ever received?
Do you know what? I don't think I've actually received an amenity in my entire life that I was wild about. So I think I haven't met my best amenity yet. I think it's still like out there and someone has to create it for me, but I haven't received the most incredible one yet.
It's something to look forward to.
I know. I'm looking forward to it.
What's your favorite cookie?
I love oatmeal cookies and peanut butter cookies. So when it's possible to combine them into one, that would be incredible. And I have had that and it's awesome.
Favorite leisure activity?
Lounging with a book somewhere poolside or on a beach.
Sounds pretty good to me. What's a product that you can't live without?
Face oil. I can't be without face oil, and specifically the Uma face oil. So delicious. It makes me feel so good when I wear
Give me that one.
it.
What's your guilty pleasure?
My guilty pleasure, wine. I love wine a lot. So that's my guilty
Be,
pleasure.
be proud. Who is your biggest champion in life?
My friends. I have some amazing friends, and I'll name specifically the Zelaya sisters have been incredible. So Julissa and Natalie have been huge champions in my life, and they're just always rooting for me. So huge thanks to them.
Go-to song on a hard day?
There's there's a song by this singer called Sia, and it makes me so happy when I think about it. And it's called Unstoppable.
I am not familiar with that.
Yeah, it's a song by Sia called Unstoppable, and that's a really good, powerful song to hear on a bad day. I'll send it to you so you can hear it.
What is a pet peeve of yours?
Really bad drivers.
Wow.
I can't stand bad drivers, but they're all around. I feel like that's just a constant. I feel like getting a driver's license should be way harder than it is
It
because
really should be. It should require, I think, 4 years of rigorous study and training.
yeah,
But
there's too many drivers on the road that are so dangerous and like can do more harm than good. So bad driving and people with
everywhere.
their phones, it's just horrible, horrible.
What's in your travel kit?
A lot of things, everything that can fit in there. Makeup brushes, makeup, cleansing cloths for my face oil, moisturizer, eye cream. I've got patches for my eyes by Nesco, all kinds of goodies. Aromatherapy oils. to help me stay calm or like relaxed, help me breathe. Yeah,
Are
all that
you
stuff.
are you a planner or go with the flow when you travel?
I go with the flow. I used to be like this planner that was a little bit neurotic, but I had to chill out many years ago. And now going with the flow feels so much better for me. I'm way better
I'm
in
hoping to
that
learn
space.
that someday.
You gotta surrender, chef. You gotta surrender.
Thanks for being one of my mentors. Um, what's the most important lesson you've learned in your career?
The most important lesson is actually very recently I've been dealing with the the pressure of feeling like I have to stay connected with everybody. And it's been difficult for me to kind of grieve losses of friendships and people that I've worked with. So the biggest lesson has happened recently where I've had to surrender. Speaking of using that word, I've had to surrender and embrace that losing people and friendships is a part of moving forward in my life. And I think that sometimes I put too much effort or emotion into relationships that are not sustainable because it takes two people to go back and forth, right? I've learned that there are takers, givers, and reciprocators. And I end up giving way more than I actually receive from people. And that's been a huge one for me is learning that in my career, I need to be surrounded by people that are like minded and like hearted and are reciprocators.
What do you spend the most money on when you travel?
I love buying stuff. So, art, musical instruments. I'll buy spices when I travel, and I love shopping for just very unique pieces that will be filled in my home.
What advice can you give the next generation of people in hospitality?
I would say be gracious with yourself and be patient. Everything happens when they're meant to happen. Don't rush to the next thing. Get settled into learning who you are and what you actually want to be in your life and in your career. Have safe boundaries, but just don't rush. There's no need for that. Focus on building great tools and learn about who you are in your career.
Really cool advice. Are you an optimist or a pessimist?
I'm an optimist.
I knew that. What is your biggest fear?
I I don't have a lot that I fear in my life. I think I've lost so much in my life that I have learned how to live with nothing and to be okay with it. I jumped out of a plane before, and I think that really changed my perspective on a lot of things. So I don't have a lot of fears. I think my biggest one recently was that I don't know if I'll ever have kids, but I know that that will happen in time. So I have to be patient with myself as well. Yeah.
Yeah, if you jumped out of a plane, that's a good one.
Yeah. That will put you straight.
Yeah, that's one of my that's up there with mine.
Yeah.
What has been your proudest moment?
My proudest moment has been being okay with being alone. I think feeling that I've never had anyone to fall back on in my life. I've never had a backup plan. I've never had anybody to do anything for me. I'm very proud of myself for being okay with being alone and doing everything on my own.
What's something that people don't know about you?
I used to be a singer.
Away.
Yeah.
I never knew
once
that.
once upon a lifetime I was a singer in my early 20s and I toured and did some music and then got out of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mind blown.
Now you know.
What's your sign?
I'm a Libra.
Why did you get into this business?
I got into it because I love people and I love connecting people to people and inspiring others to take care of other people with a big heart. And that's why I got in this business.
And our favorite question, what are you most grateful for?
I'm so grateful for the people in my life, like yourself, like my friends, the people that I get to be surrounded by, and the people that show up for me and show up with me and allow me to be who I am authentically and love me for who I am. I'm very grateful for that. I'm grateful for the people that call to see how I'm doing, that send me a message to tell me that they're thinking about me. A text can go a really long way, and
Mhm.
it's been incredible to see that who shows up for you in life just to say hi, see how you're doing. I'm grateful for that.
That's really cool. I'm going to remember that for texting you among others, but I never
Yeah,
thought of it that way.
we just need to know somebody's thinking about us sometimes, you know, and it's so
Amazing.
incredible. Yeah,
I'm grateful to do this with you.
I'm so glad we did this. This is awesome. I love these questions.
Oh yeah. No, this is very cool.
It gets me very emotional for some reason. It's pretty cool. I hope that this allows us to share with our listeners and new people and people that have known us maybe don't know all these things about us. So it's kind of cool. So thank you for doing this.
My pleasure. I'm gonna go reward myself with a Hendrix and tonic.
As you should. It's Friday. Go and do it.
Awesome. I think the questions are great. I can't see. I mean, they cover a lot.
They do. They really do cover a lot, and it just feels good. I'm happy with this. I think that we can share this with people, and I'm excited to ask our guests to go through these questions with us. And we're going to be sharing these on our social media, but also being able to like share this on the podcast with our listeners as well. So it's been a nice episode, a get to know you episode.
I learned some things about you that I never knew. So
How cool,
it's
right?
a good
You
day.
too. I love it. I'm so excited. Thanks so much for today's episode.
Yeah,
This is so awesome.
thank you. And someday I will hear you sing.
Yes, someday, someday. I sing mostly alone in the shower. No, I don't even sing in the shower anymore. I just like no. But I need to do more of it because I sing to my dogs. That counts. It's great. We'll do karaoke sometime.
I have to be very drunk.
Mission accomplished. We can do that for sure. Challenge accepted. Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.
I'll see you soon.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of Getting to Know Chef and myself. I hope you enjoyed those 68 questions and look forward to sharing more with you when it comes to all our guests answering these questions as well. Wherever you are, take care, be kind, and enjoy this lovely weekend safe. Cheers.